the best damage mods that you should be focused on and you should farm for your weapons. These are going to make the biggest difference when it comes to DPS. We're going to go over the top 5 in my opinion. I'm playing currently on hard mode. We're taking out hard bosses, solo hard missions. I'm going to be dropping a more in-depth build for Glay, Lepic, and many other characters, also Jaber. All of them are extremely fun, by the way, but these mods have made the biggest difference. Let's start with the first one, the rifling reinforcement. Now, keep in mind, some of the blue mods, you guys can see right here, I'm using 4 blue mods actually, because they're very powerful and they take less to upgrade, which makes them a great choice. So let's start with the rifling reinforcement. Firearm attack plus 32%. This is huge. This is probably one of the first mods you want to upgrade when it comes to your primary weapons. And by primary weapons, I mean the weapons with general rounds. Okay, this is the first one. It's a direct increase of damage for your weapons. The next one is action and reaction. Firearm attack plus 53%, which is crazy. Combined, we're already at 85% here, and this isn't even fully upgraded, as you guys can see. However, you have to keep in mind, this does add a recoil of 17.4% currently for me, and you can definitely feel it. Now, on some weapons, you're going to feel it less, and some weapons, you're going to feel it more. So that's going to be up to you. You gotta kind of test it out. With the eternal willpower, though, it does kick like crazy. So it's eventually, when I add more points and slots to this, I do want to slap on a mod, a blue mod probably, that will help me with recoil. So let's take a look right here. Yes, vibration absorption. At its base, it's minus 11% recoil. So you can easily counter this. You just need to upgrade the weapon a few times so the cost gets cut in half, right? But that is going to be the goal here. So once again, rifling reinforcement and action and reaction. If you don't have these, make sure to farm them. They're very, very powerful. The next one is going to be the better insight. As you guys can see, it's a direct buff to critical hit rate by 39%. Now, it counts all of these things a little bit differently, and I'm going to explain this right here. Even though it says firearm critical hit rate 39%, and right here you see that it's at 53.5%. On PC, if you press tab for weapon info, you will see that our actual firearm critical hit rate is at 30%, okay? So this is the overall weapon info that you need to pay attention to, okay? Not just the applied values, because this shows you the only thing that you're applying to them. The actual stats are right here, so keep that in mind. We are at 30.7% firearm critical hit rate and 2.3 multiplier on firearm critical hit damage. This is going to be much, much higher when I add another mod. We're going to talk about that here in a second. The next one is going to be better concentration. Firearm critical hit damage plus 56.8%. Phenomenal option. Currently, I cannot max this out. It will go higher, probably around 70% or something like that, which is insane if you think about it. It's a direct buff, and we're just going to need a few more slots. So with time, this will be fully upgraded. So we already went over these 4 right here. Now let's talk about, I think it's called concentration, but it is purple. Let's see. Yes, there it is. Firearm critical hit damage plus 30% at base and reload time modifier minus 8%. Now, do keep in mind, once you upgrade this, even though it is a huge critical hit damage increase, it will lower your reload drastically. So that's something you need to make decision about. So in the perfect case scenario, what I want to do is max this fully out, add it to my weapon, right? And then get a reload mod. Let me take a look. We're going to go the blue mods here. As you guys can see, I've already started to upgrade it. It's at reload time modifier plus 16%, which means you are going to be able to counter it completely and even have probably a higher percentage, which will end up meaning that you're going to have a better reload that you had at the beginning. So this one right here, the reload is going to be number 1 to counter the concentration that I just showcased. And then the recoil one most likely is going to be used to counter action and reactions plus 17% recoil increase. Okay, so those are the 5 that I wanted to showcase here. Let me bring this up one more time, and then we're going to take a look. Rifling reinforcement, action and reaction, better insight, better concentration, and then finally concentration priority. These are the 5 ones that are absolutely incredible. However, there is one more that I want to mention, and that's going to be the fire rate up. This is a direct buff also to your fire rate. As you guys can see, 25% increase. If you think, for example, that once you equip the concentration priority, you're not enjoying the reload decrease and it just makes it feel more sluggish, you can use the fire rate up. This will also affect your damage, overall performance a lot, and you're gonna feel, bosses or not, the difference is gonna be there. So between these two right here, test them out and make a decision. I feel like both of these are really, really good, and it comes down to what feels better for yourself. Now, the DPS numbers here, you know, they don't necessarily always translate to exactly how the weapon is going to perform, because it can say high DPS over here, but if the reload is absolutely horrific, that obviously also affects DPS because the time between damage dealt is longer. So you don't want to do that. For me, the next weapon I'm going to upgrade is an SMG. I am going to make a more in-depth video about that one. Okay, that is it for this quick video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, stay positive, stay disciplined, and I'll see you on the next one.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh! Oh, he got no scoped!